You are watching the Friday edition of Platinum Northwest TV News. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Philadelphia Mangoeng. Let's take a look now at the news making headlines. First up, second accused in court for alleged pension fraud worth 2.3 million rand, and the DA has called for the extension of the deadline for the Sassa gold card change. In the business news, Economists expects a conservative budget from the finance minister. And in the sports news, Riveiro and Hlungwani prep their troops for tomorrow's Nedbank Cup match. We begin here. 42-year-old Ramaphosa appeared before the Ottosdal Magistrates Court yesterday on charges of fraud worth 2.3 million rand. Reports indicated that back in October 2021, a 63-year-old woman was approached by her friend, recruiting her to join an investment scheme. She allegedly took her to a traditional healer at Gulfview in Mahikeng, who then advised her to resign as she was due for pension so that the ancestors could apparently bless her. The complainant was then provided with a bank account belonging to Ngobo. Here's Northwest Hawks spokesperson Amogelang Malwetsi with more.
The money was transferred into the said account and thereafter they all ignored her calls. The matter was referred to the Mahikeng-based Hawks Serious Commercial Crime Investigation for further handling. Following a lengthy investigation, a warrant of arrest was issued for Doris Ngobo and her husband Macbeth Ngobo. However, Doris Ngobo could not attend court as she was already in custody on a separate fraud case. Macbeth Ngobo appeared alone before court on 16 January 2025 and was released on 10,000 rand bail. On 12 February 2025, Doris Ngobo was arrested at Johannesburg prison, where she is still awaiting trial. She appeared before court and the matter was postponed to 18 February 2025 for bail application judgment. The Northwest Acting Provincial Head of the Directorate for Priority Crime Investigation, Brigadier Silas Monjesi, and the Director of Public Prosecution in Northwest, Dr. Rachel Mahari, lauded the investigation and prosecution team for their relentless efforts in ensuring that perpetrators are brought to book.
In other news now, the DA is calling on the South African Social Security Agency, that's Sassa, to extend the deadline for the beneficiaries to have their Sassa gold cards changed to the post-bank black cards. The Social Grant Agency has given beneficiaries until February 28th to make the change. After the deadline, beneficiaries will not be able to conduct any transactions using the Sassa Gold Card. DA Deputy Spokesperson on Social Development, Alexandra Abraham, said that the party seized the opportunity to propose an addition to the agenda of the Parliamentary Portfolio Committee meeting on social development. In more news now, President Cyril Ramaphosa led the nation in honoring the 14 SANDF soldiers who lost their lives in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Speaking at the Air Force Base in Swartkop in Pretoria, Ramaphosa acknowledged concerns over the deployment of the SANDF members to the DRC, but emphasized that South Africa's crucial role in maintaining peace in Africa. The soldiers' remains were repatriated on Wednesday, and Ramaphosa praised their sacrifice, saying they were in pursuit of peace. The president's tribute was part of a handover ceremony as well as memorial service as the country collectively mourns the loss of its brave soldiers. Moving on to international news now, the Democratic United States Congressman Jonathan Jackson, who serves on the House of Representatives on Foreign Affairs Subcommittee on Africa, has called on U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to cut aid to South Africa reckless as well as baseless, saying it is motivated by racism and political bias. He described Trump's decision as deeply misguided and rooted in falsehood. Now, this comes after Trump signed an executive order a few days ago to cut aid to South Africa. Jackson has urged the Trump administration and congressional leaders to restore aid to South Africa, as South Africa is Africa's largest economy and the United States' most significant trading partner on the continent. He warned that Trump's actions not only undermine the economic relationship but jeopardizes life-saving programs, including HIV and AIDS assistance. Let's take a look now at the business news. And the business news, Economists expects a cautious approach on the Finance Minister's Hlungwani in the upcoming 2025 budget with limited room to maneuver. They anticipate no major tax increases beyond indirect levies and restricted support for struggling state-owned enterprises like Transnet and Eskom. Economists hope for realistic revenue forecasts, debt reduction strategies, and pro-growth policies. The budget to be unveiled next week will need to strike a delicate balance between fiscal discipline and rising social spending demands. A clear plan for reforming and stabilizing state-owned entities will be crucial in boosting investor confidence and promoting economic growth. And that's all from the business news. Up next, we wrap up with the sports. In soccer news, Orlando Pirates coach Jose Riveiro views tomorrow's Nedbank Cup last 16 match against second-tier team Baroka at Orlando Stadium as an opportunity to demonstrate the resilience of his squad following a disappointing 4-1 loss to Mamelodi Sundowns last Saturday. Riveiro highlighted that his team has shown considerable improvement in their performance during the week as they prepare to face Baroka. Now, Baroka's caretaker coach Riveiro Hlungwani is looking to motivate his current team by referencing their inspiring victory over Orlando Pirates in the Telkom knockout final back in 2018. As they prepare for the Nedbank Cup, Hlungwani has encouraged the players to draw from the success of 2018 to aim for another win against the Buccaneers. Moving on to rugby news now, the United Rugby Championship is set to feature an all-South African matchup. Now, last weekend, the Bulls secured victory over the Stormers, finishing 33-32 in a thrilling match that saw a total of 9 tries. Additionally, the Sharks emerged victorious against Cardiff the previous week with a score of 42-22. This weekend, the Bulls and the Sharks will compete in a crucial match, with the Sharks currently trailing the Bulls by 6 points, placing them 3rd and 4th in the standings respectively. Additionally, the Lions, currently positioned 13th, are preparing to host the Stormers, who are underperforming in 10th place. And that's where we're going to have to leave it for this week. It's been an absolute pleasure. Do join us again on Monday. Till then, have a blessed weekend. Good night and take care.